Today we're going to be looking at the first section of Chapter 2. Mr. Jorgen's here to kind of walk you through it. We're going to be talking about linear inequalities. It's going to be a lot of language and some terms that we need to know just to make sure we're ready to do Chapter 2. So linear inequalities, Part 1, we're going to get started on it. There's four main symbols that we need to know about. I'm going to put them down on this screen here. You can see them going top to bottom. That top one we refer to as less than. The second one here, greater than. So a statement like this, we would say 6 is less than 9. A statement like this, we would say 9 is greater than 6. This one is less than or equal to. And this one is greater than or equal to. A lot of times in your past, you might have heard of these as like the alligators. So like the alligator eats the bigger one, something like that. So we're kind of building off of that with our lesson today. Big part about what we're going to be going over today is all about checking solutions. We want to be able to check to see if a number is a solution to an inequality. And that's a big part of what we're going to be going over today. So for our first example, the question is going to be, is -4 a solution to the inequality x plus 8 is less than -3. So looking at this inequality, if we'd like to check to see if it's a solution, we want to know if we plug it in for x in that inequality, whether it's going to be a true statement or not. So if you can see here, our x is right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug in -4 in for x, and we're going to see if it works out as a solution. So -4 plus 8 less than -3. We want to know if that's true. On the left-hand side, if we work out -4 plus 8, we'd have 4 negatives and 8 positives. So it's 4 more positive than negative for a positive 4. We want to know whether that's a true statement that 4 is less than -3. Of course, 4 is not less than -3, right? Because the numbers that would be less than -3 would be numbers like -4, -5, -6, and so on. So we would say that it is not a solution. And that's different than no solution, because there are solutions. We could have found a number for x that worked, like -100, or a big negative would have worked. But this particular x, -4, is not a solution. For our second example, we're going to check to see is 2 a solution to the inequality -4x is greater than -21. And the first thing I want us to think about is that -4. How is it stuck to x? Am I adding 4 and x? Am I subtracting 4 and x? Am I multiplying -4 with x? Or am I dividing -4 with x? Go ahead and answer that question. All right, now that we know that it's -4 multiplied by x, when I go to input my 2 into the equation for x, I'm going to get -4 multiplied by 2, and I want to see whether that's greater than -21. In this case, -4 multiplied 2 makes a -8, because, again, from our triangle, a negative multiplied by a positive is going to give me a negative answer. And I want to see whether -8 is greater than -21, which that's kind of tricky, but it is bigger, right? Because -8 is greater than -21 since it's a smaller negative, right? And if I think about it on a number line, if 0 is here and -8 is here, -21 is going to be over here, right? And I have the bigger numbers on the right and the smaller numbers on the left. So -8 is bigger than -21, so I'm going to say that 2 is a solution. not, I'm going to say, all right, so let's take a look at these three here. We're trying three problems, and I want to know if -6 is a solution to the following three equations here. So 1, 2, and 3. Circle those just so we don't get confused. So I'm using -6 for x. So -6 is my x value here, and I'm going to try to input it into the three different equations. Go ahead and try number 1. X plus 4 is less than -1. So taking a look at my solution to number 1, if I plug in -6 for x there, I'm going to get -6 plus 4, which makes -2. And -2 is less than -1. So that's true, -6 is a solution on that one. All right, now go ahead and try number 2. Again, on number 2, you're going to be plugging in -6 for x, and the inequality 10 is less than or equal to 3 minus x. So taking a look at number 2, 10 is less than or equal to 3 subtract x. If I go ahead and plug in -6 for x, I'm going to get 3 subtract -6, which, again, if you ever do minus and negative like that, that's a plus, right? So minus and negative is 3 plus 6, which is going to make 9. However, 10 is not less than or equal to 9. So since 10 is not less than or equal to 9, that's a false statement. Then -6 is not a solution to our inequality. 10 is less than or equal to 3 subtract x. One left for you to try before we can go ahead and work on the big ideas stuff. For this section, we have 4x minus 25 is greater than -2. Go ahead and give that one a try. So we go ahead and look at number 3 here now. I plugged in -6 for x and 4 multiplied by -6. Again, I'm going to multiply before subtraction in PEMDAS. So 4 multiplied -6 makes a -24 right here. And then I'm going to subtract my 25 to get -49. -49 is not greater than -2, so that's a false statement. So -6 is not a solution to the inequality 4x minus 25 is greater than -2. So I hope you guys are having a good day. This was kind of a quick one. We'll do part 2 on 2.1 and kind of close out that section tomorrow. Hope you guys have a great day.